Well, good morning, adventurers.
Good morning.
And welcome back to our RV road trip down in Baja. So far, it's been going okay. We haven't popped a tire on any potholes.
We haven't ran out of gas or anything. We haven't gotten stranded in the middle of nowhere. We haven't overheated.
There's still time for that, though.
Plenty of time.
If you guys have been following along, you know that we crossed the border some time ago and we've just been hunkered down in San Felipe, exploring that town, just like getting used to RV life here in Mexico. But we were ready to venture out. So today, we have headed about a couple hours south and we're gonna do some kind of wild camping. And we are gonna do it right on the water. That is our goal.
Y'all, I'm very excited for this. San Felipe was pretty, but this drive has been so beautiful. The water is just like insane colors as we've been driving. So if you're coming down here for epic beaches, you could probably skip San Felipe. It was a fun little town, but the beaches down here are so much more epic.
Yeah, much more private it seems. We scoped out a spot that we found on the map, but of course, as usual, there's no phone number, there's no way to contact them, there is no website or anything like that, so you just have to show up. It's called Rancho Grande, and there's a store right down the road called Rancho Grande, and I thought I read some review online that said you had to reserve a spot at the store. So we're gonna go to the store and see if that works out. Oh my God, it's so hot. Turn the AC back on.
Okay.
Are we sure we wanna go off grid tonight? This might be a big mistake.
Oh yeah, I forgot that it's gonna be 100 degrees.
Yeah.
Yay, Baja!
All right, well, I guess this is the place. It's about a mile away from the campsite, and I think this is where you're supposed to check in and pay somebody. We got to do it because we don't want someone to show up in the middle of the night and be like, you guys didn't pay.
No, it looks big and it looks potentially open, so I think we're on the right path.
It's always ominous when you have like this chain link fence and a crow. It seems like the apocalypse just happened. Well, this is pretty convenient. They got a whole store up here.
Yeah, they've got all kinds of, this might have more than the grocery stores did in San Felipe.
Yeah.
Your Palapa is number 10.
10? Okay.
Okay.
All right, we have officially reserved our Palapa for the night, but we need some provisions. And by that I mean snacks and beer.
We actually need some of this, so
Yes.
there you go.
Salsa and chips. We actually stocked up in the grocery store because we did not know if this was going to be real.
Yeah.
So we have plenty of food and stuff, but you can always have more.
One in Mexico, right?
One in Mexico.
Well, this is the place to come to if you want the local experience. Everyone in like the 30-mile square area must be coming here for their groceries. And we were the only foreigners in there. But we weren't expecting a place that had so much selection. So if you end up making the trip out here, you can stock up here if you need to. And I really love that they have the actual prices listed so we don't feel like we're getting cheated on the price or something like that. That's always something we worry about because you never know. And I don't like to haggle.
No, we don't like to haggle. On our last campsite, they literally just sat there and thought up a price and told it to us.
Yeah, so it felt like they were just making it up on the spot, but what are you gonna do? All right, but he said site number 10 should be down that way. Just go towards the water. So this is it. This is what you get. This is their Palapa.
Well, this seems a little more structurally sound than the last one we were at.
No, it's actually fairly clean. I would say it's got graffiti, but it's more like kids drew on it with chalk, which is probably better than graffiti.
That's adorable, and it actually has palm branches this time.
It's a real Palapa.
And y'all, it's hot outside, but the breeze and the shade, it's making it kind of...
Sorry. I was gonna show the ocean there, but I kind of like went into, I didn't know you were gonna continue talking.
It's just kind of nice in here. And then the view.
Your silhouette looks cool though.
Does it?
Yeah. Ooh, mysterious. Are we going to like a slow motion epic thing?
Yeah.
Bird's eye view, we saw this pretty freaking incredible peninsula, this beach that goes off onto this island, and we're gonna go scope that out. So we decided to disconnect Ruby and take her on a little journey. We debated whether or not we want to leave our RV unattended, but she's all locked up and it's mostly like families on the beach, so I think it's fine, right? But man, I've been loving driving around here. You don't usually need four-wheel drive, but you get to drive on a lot of dirt tracks and stuff, lots of sand. It's pretty sweet. Woo-hoo! Baja, baby! Oh, shit! Just kidding. we found ourselves a little hidden gem. There's a restaurant and a hotel at the end of that peninsula. It's called Cenas. We tried to look it up when we had a little bit of internet, but they don't have a telephone number, they don't have a WhatsApp or Facebook or anything.
No, you could email them, but that was it. So we took a chance. We came down, we figured we'll have ourselves a little drink by the water.
And our spot is just down the beach, down there somewhere.
But if you come out here, either bring your own kayak or jet ski or a paddleboard or something like
Man,
that.
I wish we had a jet ski.
I know, but apparently at this hotel you can also rent kayaks for the day. We didn't know, it is now the end of the day, so we can't do it. But if you come out here, you can have the whole day to yourself.
You will pay tourist prices though, because these 2 drinks cost more than the renting the spot for the night. But they're so good.
I know, it is really nice and the ambiance is great, so worth it.
What makes this spot so cool though is that it sits right on the tippity top of this little peninsula. In fact, there's actually a bunch of it that's just pure sand, so you can walk out on it and there's no civilization, no nothing. The bird's eye view looks freaking amazing.
Yeah, we thought that it was connected to the huge rocks off in the distance, but it's not.
No.
It's just this little bitty thin peninsula. There's water all around us and mountains beyond that. Very cool.
So this island right here is called San Luis Gonzaga, and what's really neat about it is that you've got this huge mound right here that does not connect to the sandbar, but then if you look on the other side of it, there's actually a series of other islands that it does connect to. So you can walk all the way from here to over to that little tip out there, if you were so inclined. There is a path that goes along it over there.
We saw that from the drone.
Yeah, but man, is this water clear or what? I didn't really realize until we got down to it.
It's beautiful. I think it is time to head back to our spot and get in.
We're not big seawater people, but I feel like we need to get into it at least once, right?
Yes. Well, the sun is setting and y'all, this is so pleasant out here. We weren't sure what to expect because now it's a Friday night. We didn't know if there'd be a lot of people or nobody. Definitely most of the palapas are filled, but everyone's just hanging out in the ocean. They're grilling.
The beach looks good on you.
Hey, thanks. My super white skin. I've been avoiding the sun all day until it goes down.
I think it's pretty obvious if you're from the US and you think about camping on a beach in Baja, Mexico, you might be nervous that it might be unsafe or something like that. But we were a little nervous, I guess, just because of some of the stuff you read. But ultimately, when you get down here, the whole beach is full of locals just like trying to have a good time. And so far, it has felt just like totally chill, totally relaxed, totally safe.
Yeah, and also we weren't sure about driving our RV because a lot of people said there's dirt roads and we didn't know how dirty they would be, if we could get down them. We didn't know if they'd be really sandy and we'd get stuck. But
yeah, and you can't contact them ahead of time and be like, hey, can our RV get down your road? And we don't want to get into some position that we can't get out of. So you just got to kind of take the risk and figure it out as it comes, I guess.
Yeah, and I mean, can you ask for much better than this? I mean,
yeah, check it out.
It's just beautiful out here.
And we have our home right there. It's happening, y'all. We're getting in the ocean.
Finally. After spending days and days on the ocean, we're finally in it because the sun is setting.
Yeah, we're more lake, river people, I think, but we do like the ocean, you know.
It is beautiful. It's just really salty and hot and sweaty and sandy and all that stuff.
Woo! This water feels real good though. Yeah. Well, night has fallen and the bugs have officially come out. Somehow they're sneaking through our screens. I guess they're just tiny enough. So there's been a bunch of them in the RV. It is also not cooled off as much as we hoped it would. We're still kind of sweating, so this might be kind of a miserable night. I don't know.
Yeah, it's really nice outside and breezy, but that breeze and the niceness is not getting in here.
Yeah, we insulated this thing too well. If it's hot in here and cold out there, it stays hot in here.
Also, our fan is broken,
yeah,
so it will not turn on. We can open our vents.
Let's at least open it. Get this freaking thing on. We don't need this. But we're gonna turn these lights off and go to bed before we give any more bugs a reason to come into our humble abode. And well, that was kind of a rough night, y'all.
As you can see, we moved down here because the breeze just completely disappeared and it got so hot, y'all. I'm just like covered in sweat. It was a bad night.
We were up there both just wet with sweat. We really thought that it would cool off a lot in here because it's done that before, but yeah, the breeze disappeared and that completely screwed us. Man, the sun comes up here so early. It comes up at like 5:30, so we've been waking up thinking it's like 9 o'clock or something, and it's not even 8. And since that sun has come up, it has just gotten hotter and hotter and hotter in here.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, we're gonna make some breakfast. We're gonna get the hell out of here. Breakfast of champions, huh?
Oh yeah.
What do you got there?
A wet paper towel. Y'all, it is just so brutal. I'm like dripping sweat. It feels so gross, but I don't know.
You're wet.
It's bad. It's helping a little bit, and my cold coffee, but cooking over a hot flame, not helping.
What do y'all think of our off-grid breakfast? We're thinking about opening a restaurant. This will be our signature dish. What do you think? She's delirious from this heat. But we do have some cheeky little sausages and waffles with a bunch of peanut butter.
Yeah, they actually had these gluten-free waffles at the grocery store. And these are some of our favorite waffles in the world. Better than Eggo's.
Waffle cheers. Well, we lucked out. There's a little gas station after we left our campsite, and they're open. We read a bunch of reviews that this is very rarely open.
Yeah.
Or it's hit or miss anyway.
When you're road tripping around here, if you find gas, go ahead and fill up, because
Yeah.
you don't ever know when you'll find it again.
Did you see that bumper sticker over there?
I did.
Are you a butt snorkeler?
I don't think so.
You could be, though, with enough practice.
I don't even know what to say to that. Well, we started driving away from the coast and more inland into the desert, and y'all, these are some beautiful views. Heat aside, the desert is just such a cool place. There's all these mountains off in the distance. There's cacti as far as the eye can see. All these like just really hardcore plants that all look like they're trying to get you from a nightmare or something like that.
I feel like these potholes get worse every single day. Like there's some stretches of the road that are almost completely washed out. We're just trying to really keep our eyes out so we don't pop a tire or something, because there's no shoulder on these roads. So even if you have to change a tire, I don't know how the heck you do it in any safe manner. But the goal today is to drive about an hour. We're going to head further south on Highway 5. It goes inland to the south of this mountain range. Then we're going to meet up with Highway 1 and start heading a little bit north. So far, Highway 1 is very different from Highway 5. It is just 2 lanes, no shoulder, no nothing, barely any turnouts, and the turnouts that they do have like a 1-foot drop off. Semi-trucks come flying in the other lane. There's all these blind curves, so we have to take it real slow and creep over it. On the plus side, it's very, very beautiful.
It is freaking amazing. My favorite part of the drive so far in all of Mexico. This is awesome.
Well, I have really great news, you guys. We made it to the RV park. It is in the middle of nowhere, and I talked to the guy on WhatsApp a couple days ago and said, hey, are you open? Do you have spots available? He said, yes, we're open. Come here. You're great. We show up here. He walks up and says, we have no electricity and we have no water. I guess it's out. We were flirting with the idea of doing another off-grid stay, but it's just been too freaking hot. We've been so hot all day. Well, you guys know we slept so badly last night, so we're not sure what to do, because the next RV park is God only knows how far in that direction.
But he did say there's a hotel up the road that should have amenities, so
yeah,
we might
be staying in a hotel
stay there.
tonight. I'll tell you what, no matter how much you prepare and you think you've got all your ducks in a row,
they just walk right out of that row.
the ducks walk out of that row?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just say, screw this row, and then they take a little dump and walk away. A little duck dump.
Well, this is the hotel in town, so are they gonna completely extort us on the price?
I mean, it seems like a pretty well-established establishment.
Good one.
It looks actually really nice. There's definitely giving me some like Joshua Tree, Marfa vibes out here in the desert.
The scenery out here, we're in love with it. It's incredible.
I know that we've been complaining a lot in this video, but it is really beautiful. We are loving, I mean, the ocean views were magnificent, and then you got into the mountains and the desert, and I'm not going to be upset if we get to stay in a hotel tonight.
are these vile creatures?
Son toritos.
Santoritos.
Toritos.
Do they sting?
Sí.
Oh, okay.
Duele mucho.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay. She said those big red ones are definitely wasps. They sting and they hurt a lot.
They're more like giant hornets or something.
I think
They're
they might
huge.
be hornets.
This place is nice. What the heck?
Just a little more spacious than Clementine.
AC.
Yes, and she gave me the remote. Power on.
For some reason, we feel like we're cheating when we do stuff like this, but I don't know what else we can do. I don't want to drive another 3 or 4 hours today. It's gonna be over 100 degrees.
Yeah.
So hotel it is.
Yeah, I mean, this ended up being, okay, so it's a little less than 100 USD. There's a pool, there's AC, Wi-Fi, all those things. I mean,
It's like a resort.
Yeah, a campsite would have been 40 bucks and we wouldn't have had all this.
We ended up just hunkering down for most of the day. We just had a lot of work to do and to plan some of our upcoming travels. But the sun has set and the temperature is amazing out here. There's this beautiful kind of magenta glow on everything.
It is beautiful. It's reminding us of being back in Phoenix and everything in the desert. It actually, down here, is very similar to Arizona or Southern California. The terrain and everything, It's very nice. Although, way cooler out here. Maybe we could have slept outside tonight.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm not upset to have a big bed. We were watching TV, we took showers,
Yeah.
we got in the pool.
We're so clean and cooled off.
It's been a lovely evening. Oh my gosh, you guys. We're gonna call this a very happy little accident. I'm just chilling in bed. I've got the AC blasting. It's actually kind of cold in here, but it looks like the heat wave is going to break in a day or so. So we'll probably just hunker down here until that's over and then start heading up north.
Maybe we can finally go off grid again.
Yes, that would be very nice because this is setting our budget back quite a bit.
Yeah.
So obviously you guys have probably noticed that we have started heading back north. We could obviously go all the way down to Cabo, which we hear is amazing, but we don't really trust Clementine and it's just gonna get hotter and hotter down south. So we figure we'll do the loop up in the north. I feel like there's a lot to do here that people don't talk about, so we're excited to go and get off the beaten path a little bit.
Yeah, we're gonna find some hidden gems, more than we've already found.
More, so many gems. All right, goodbye adventurers.
We'll see you on the road.